11 everyday things that kill your testosterone levels. You should pay attention to this. Testosterone is, undeniably, the most crucial hormone for men's health. Essential for a quality life, it directly impacts energy, focus, motivation, and even sexual performance. Low levels of this hormone can harm many aspects of a man's life, significantly affecting his quality of life. That's why, in this video, you'll see the 11 most common habits that are compromising your testosterone level. By stopping these mistakes, you'll quickly notice an increase in energy and vigor. Stay alert because 90% of men engage in habit number 7 every day, and I bet you do too. Number 1. Plastic. A major technological advancement that can harm our testosterone levels is, without a doubt, plastic. Plastic can contribute to reducing testosterone levels due to the chemicals it may contain, such as so-called endocrine disruptors. These disruptors are substances that can interfere with the hormones in our bodies, like testosterone. One example is bisphenol A, known as BPA, which is found in many plastic products, such as water bottles and food containers. Studies have shown that BPA can mimic the action of estrogen, the female hormone in the body, leading to hormonal imbalances, including reduced testosterone levels. In one study that analyzed individuals working at a chemical plant that produced BPA and others who worked at a drinking water facility, those exposed to BPA had significantly lower total and free testosterone levels compared to those in the water facility group. Number 2, excessive protein consumption. When protein intake is extremely high, it can overload the liver, which is responsible for metabolizing amino acids. This increased metabolism process requires a large amount of energy and resources, which can, in turn, reduce the body's ability to synthesize hormones, including testosterone. Additionally, high-protein diets often result in reduced carbohydrate intake. Carbohydrates are important for maintaining blood glucose levels, which directly influence the production of insulin and other hormones linked to testosterone production. Another mechanism by which excess protein can affect testosterone involves cortisol, a stress hormone. Diets high in protein and low in carbohydrates can raise cortisol levels because the body enters a state of metabolic stress due to the lack of glucose. Cortisol, in turn, has an inhibitory effect on testosterone. High levels of cortisol can suppress the production of luteinizing hormone, which is crucial for testosterone synthesis in the testes. Number 3. Lack of sun exposure. In 2011, researchers published a study in Hormone and Metabolic Research exploring the relationship between sun exposure, vitamin D levels, and testosterone production. The study examined the seasonal variation of testosterone levels in relation to vitamin D levels in 2,299 men. They found that vitamin D and testosterone levels were higher during the summer months, when sun exposure is typically more intense, and lower during the winter months. This seasonal variation suggests a connection between sun exposure, which synthesizes vitamin D in the skin, and testosterone production. Specifically, the study found that men with sufficient vitamin D levels had significantly more testosterone than those with insufficient vitamin D levels. Men in the highest third of vitamin D levels had an average testosterone level of 21.6 nanomoles per liter compared to 18.7 nanomoles per liter in men in the lowest third. Remember, humans evolved for thousands of years exposed to nature and the sun, not in a dark room full of screens. Respecting the evolutionary process can be one of your greatest allies in the fight to maintain or even increase your testosterone levels. Number 4. Insufficient zinc and magnesium nutrition. Zinc acts like a boss, sending signals to the body to produce testosterone. It helps release a hormone called luteinizing hormone, which signals the testes to produce testosterone. If the body doesn't have enough zinc, it can't send those signals properly, and testosterone production drops. Magnesium helps in other ways. First, it improves sleep. And believe it or not, good sleep is like charging your phone overnight. Without it, testosterone production is not efficient. Additionally, magnesium helps activate vitamin D in the body, which, as we explained, is crucial for maintaining high testosterone levels. It also regulates cortisol, the stress hormone, which, when too high, can lower testosterone. When the body lacks zinc and magnesium, it's not just testosterone that suffers. Immunity can weaken, fatigue sets in, and even mental and physical performance can decline. To prevent this, The solution is to eat foods rich in these minerals. Zinc is found in foods like meat, seafood, legumes such as beans and lentils, seeds and nuts. For magnesium, go for leafy greens, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole grains. Some people might need supplements, especially if their diet isn't sufficient. But it's important to talk to a healthcare professional before starting, because both a deficiency and excess of these minerals can cause problems. Number 5. Dehydration. Water is essential for efficient blood circulation, which transports hormones, including testosterone, to different parts of the body. When the body is dehydrated, blood volume decreases, which can reduce the efficiency with which testosterone is distributed and metabolized. Additionally, dehydration can increase levels of antidiuretic hormone, which helps regulate fluid balance in the body. Elevated antidiuretic hormone levels can interfere with the production of other hormones, including luteinizing hormone, which is crucial for testosterone synthesis in the testes. Thus, dehydration can lead to a cascade of hormonal imbalances that directly affect testosterone production. If you can consume between 30 to 50 milliliters of water per kilogram of your body weight, you're doing great. For example, if you weigh 80 kilograms, aim to drink between 2.4 to 4 liters of water per day. Number 6. Excessive soy consumption. Soy is a much debated food because it contains something called phytoestrogens, which are substances that can act similarly to estrogen, a hormone generally more active in women. These phytoestrogens, especially a type called isoflavones, can mess with the body's hormonal balance. This is important because, while both men and women have estrogen and testosterone, men have much more testosterone. When men eat a lot of soy, the phytoestrogens can make the body act as if it has more estrogen. This can lead to a decrease in testosterone levels because the phytoestrogens can take the place of male hormones, causing the body to produce less testosterone. A specific study on this was conducted by a researcher named Siepman and his colleagues and was published in 2011. They observed a group of men who began eating a lot of soy every day for 3 months. The results showed that the testosterone of these men decreased during that time, dropping from an average of 635 nanograms per deciliter to 525 nanograms per deciliter. Number 8. Lack of sleep. Testosterone is largely produced during sleep, especially during the deep sleep phases, or REM sleep. The body uses this time to regulate various biological processes, including hormone synthesis. When sleep is interrupted or insufficient, the body cannot enter the deeper stages of sleep long enough for effective testosterone production to occur. This leads to a reduction in overall hormone levels, affecting not only physical and reproductive health, but also mental and emotional well-being. Men who experience chronic sleep deprivation often report decreased libido, increased fatigue, problems with concentration, and even mood swings. A significant study illustrating this relationship was conducted by Leproux and Van Cotter and published in the Journal of the American Medical Association in 2011. The study observed a group of young, healthy men who were limited to only 5 hours of sleep per night for 1 week. By the end of the study period, participants experienced up to a 15% reduction in testosterone levels compared to levels measured after a full night's rest. More specifically, testosterone levels were lower between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. on the days of sleep deprivation. Number 9. Social isolation. Since human evolution, our ancestors relied on social interactions to survive and thrive, evolving in tribes and communities where mutual support was essential. This interaction is not just a cultural preference, but a biological need that directly influences various aspects of health, including hormonal health. When a person is subjected to prolonged social isolation, stress and anxiety levels increase, which can elevate cortisol levels. As we've already explained, cortisol is known to have a suppressive effect on testosterone production. Additionally, positive social interaction can stimulate the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which contribute to well-being and stress reduction, fostering a healthy hormonal environment for testosterone production. A significant study examining these effects was conducted by Janowski and his colleagues and published in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research. The study observed older men and assessed their testosterone levels in relation to the size of their social networks. The results indicated that those with smaller social networks and fewer social interactions had significantly lower testosterone levels. For example, men with extensive social networks had average testosterone levels of 500 nanograms per deciliter, while those with limited networks showed levels around 300 nanograms per deciliter. Number 10. Diet high in processed foods. The high sugar and refined carbohydrate content in these foods can cause spikes and drops in blood glucose levels, leading to fluctuations in insulin and cortisol levels. High insulin levels can lead to insulin resistance, a condition that has been associated with lower testosterone levels. Additionally, trans fats found in many processed foods can raise LDL, considered the bad cholesterol, and lower HDL, the good cholesterol, negatively impacting cardiovascular health. Compromised blood circulation can affect the efficiency with which hormones, including testosterone, are transported throughout the body. Moreover, the lack of essential nutrients is another consequence of a diet rich in processed foods. Many of these foods are deficient in vitamins, minerals, and other essential nutrients vital for maintaining healthy testosterone levels, such as zinc and vitamin D. A deficiency in these nutrients can directly result in reduced testosterone synthesis. Number 11. Excessive coffee consumption. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system and activates the body's stress response, triggering the release of adrenaline and cortisol. The latter is released by the adrenal glands and, under normal conditions, helps the body manage stress effectively. However, when coffee is consumed in excess, the constant production of cortisol keeps the body in a prolonged state of alert and stress. This state not only increases blood pressure and heart rate, but also interferes with the ability of Leydig cells in the testes to efficiently produce testosterone. Testosterone production is regulated by a delicate hormonal balance involving the hypothalamus and pituitary gland in the brain, as well as the testes themselves. High cortisol levels can disrupt this balance, inhibiting the secretion of luteinizing hormone, which is crucial for activating testosterone synthesis. In other words, with more cortisol in the bloodstream due to excess caffeine, the hormonal signaling that instructs the testes to produce testosterone is compromised, resulting in lower hormone levels. This hormonal dynamic suggests that to maintain healthy testosterone levels, it's essential to moderate coffee and other caffeine sources, especially if there are other indicators of chronic stress.